To part 2 of Ask the King, or should I say, Endure the King. I am streaming this as well, by the way, so I might interact with the chat. It's all good. I'm not like Phil, I like talking to people. So, let's do this. So, by standard affair, I like to answer the questions Phil gets. I like to steal his questions, and we get to endure his answer as well. So the first question in this video is, advice for learning how to drive, early driving tips. My advice is to keep your eyes on the road, always be aware of your surroundings. If you're unsure of doing something, like if you want to change lanes, and if you're unsure to change that lane, don't change your lane. Only change when you're sure, when you're 100% certain about the decision you're going to be making when you drive. Because the other thing you have to take into account is that not only you, other people might, fuck your shit up. So you have to keep them in check. So there you go. So let's get started. Let's see what Phil has to say about that.
From Stormforced Gamer. He says, Phil, I'm learning to drive, and I'm wondering if you have any tips or advice about learning to drive or driving in general. Maybe you could talk about your story of when you learned how to drive. FYI, I live in Europe, and we drive on the opposite side of the road to the United States. I'll be driving a manual car, but any help or advice would be great. Well, first of all, most cars in the United States are automatic, so I have no advice whatsoever when it comes to driving.
By the way, when I was, I think my mom was trying to buy a car, like way back in the day, and when one of the dealerships she went to, they told her basically, "Oh, you're trying to look for a stick shift? Good luck with that." And let me tell you, stick shifts are a lot of fun to drive. I drive an automatic, but I sometimes drive a stick, be it my mom's car or whatever. It's a lot of fun. I like doing stick shift. My advice for stick shift would be, always be aware of how fast you're going and how much speed you're putting into the engine, because if you're trying to downshift or trying to upshift, the speed matters. If you're going too slow and you change gears and you don't put enough gas, you're gonna stall. If you put too much gas and you're shifting and let's say you're going from 3 to 2. If you're going too fast, you're gonna stall. So you might have to press on you might apply the brakes a little bit when you're changing gears and all that. It's not just going straight to, that. Full Hands says, guess Freedom Chat just lagging as it plays fine on the YouTube page. Yeah, I think, well, it is what it is. Oh shit, it's an okay stream. I should lower the, quality. Gonna do 240. This could be a little blurry, but it is what it is.
Manual or automatic, nothing. I've never driven a manual car before, okay? Two pieces of advice I guess I could try to give you. The first is, when you're driving, it's basically two things at once, all right?
Two things.
It's number one, paying attention to what you're doing, making sure you're observing the rules of the road, using proper turn signals, stopping at the right time, being observant of everything around you, so you're hitting stop signs, not hitting stop signs, stopping for stop signs. God forbid, don't drive into a stop sign. Stopping at stop signs, traffic signals, etc. All that stuff going on. That's one half of it. The other half of it is basically trying to be a defensive driver and paying attention to all of the other assholes around you. And boy, do I mean that when I say it, because it really does feel a lot of the times like a battle of, not only you have to keep your shit together, but now you have to worry about what every other asshole is doing on the road.
But the other thing, is that in Europe, people drive differently there as well. Like in Greece, a lot of the drivers there are fucking aggressive. You have to be offensive. If you're not offensive, you're fucking dead. There, they speed, they beep your horn at if you're even a minute. No, not a minute. That's too long. A second slow to reacting to something, you're gonna get fucking beeped at. And the thing is that the way that the road structures are there, the way that they handle roads is a lot different from here. But yeah.
What they're doing. And at least here in the United States, I have absolutely no idea what it's like over there, in Europe at all. But in the United States, and this is crazy, you may not believe this,
Yeah,
after you
believe it.
initially get your driver's license, which most people do relatively young, you know, in their teen years or early 20s, there's really no reason for you ever to be tested again. I'm not kidding you. We don't have like, oh, after 5 years, you have to go back for a retest or an eye test. None of that.
I'm pretty sure we have a retest system here. What the fuck's going on here? I'm pretty sure if you're like in the 60s, you get retested. I don't think it's exclusive to. Because I'm pretty sure you have to be retested when you're like 65 or something. So I think it's nonsense that he's saying, oh, you don't have to get retested. No, you have to get retested. It's just that it's not as often. But even in Europe, they don't really give a shit about retesting. There's ways to get to renew your driver's license that's not like legal, but it is what it is.
Once you have your license, you have your license, and you can infinitely renew it. The only exceptions are, if number one, if you get into a car accident where you're deemed that you were responsible, or number two, if you get pulled over for, say, drunk driving or something like that, then they'll take away your license and you'll have to go through remedial driving courses or whatever. But the bottom line is there's no real test to see if you're still up to driving and obeying all the laws of the road. So if you never get into a car accident and never get pulled over, you could potentially be the most hazardous driver on the planet and you'll never get in trouble for it. And you could have everyone else saying, oh, fuck, steering around you as you veer all over the roads. It's pretty crazy because this is a major problem, honestly, in my opinion. Elderly people in the United States.
I'll get a
lot of the times, I understand, people are getting older, they still want to feel like they're independent and, you know, maybe they don't have anyone to drive around for them. But I have probably run into...
It's not about the fucking novelty of driving. The elderly have to drive because they need to get food. They need to go out and about. It's not the, well, I'm 70 years old and I'm driving because I want to feel young. No, they're driving because they need to go somewhere. It's not a novelty for them. I mean, I think it's like, oh, I understand if they have no one to drive them around, but that's like 99% of the case. Everyone, it's not an age thing. It's fucking dumb that.
At least twice a year, and this is not an exaggeration, at least twice a year, I almost get into a car accident because an elderly person who cannot fucking see properly.
And I also like he says it's twice a year. Twice a year he gets into car accident. He gets close to getting into car accidents, and he always knows it's an elderly person. How does he know? First off, it's kind of hard to tell who's driving. I mean, it's easy to tell like the age at least or the gender, but how does he know exactly that they're elderly? Oh my god, fucking stream, dude. Stream's going insane. It's not receiving the bit rates fast enough, so I gotta lower my bit rates. Wow, dude. This always happens. I always get fucked somehow. Somehow by fucking Google, YouTube. Fucking YouTube, dude. So I'm gonna try doing 1,000 bit rates. It should be fine, I guess. We'll see.
Drives at me or comes out of the lane, cuts me off, almost hits me. And I almost shit myself every time. If I wasn't super observant, I would have crashed. Or they would have hit me if I didn't get out of their way. And it's funny because, you know, there's no test. Like I said, maybe you hit a certain age criteria. There should be a retest, right? But there's not. It doesn't exist in the United States. Just you could drive infinitely until you get into a car accident. So, yeah, not only do you have to be observant of what you're doing, you have to try to be observant of everyone else on the road around you. But I will say this. Don't pay so much attention to the people behind you. Okay, and what I mean by that, there's not much you could do about it. If there's going to be an asshole who's not paying attention and they're going to rear-end you, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Oh, God, he's coming up fast. Let me try to veer out of my lane to save my ass. It's usually not going to work.
What? Oh, don't fucking do shit when someone's behind you. What can you do? Just let it happen. No. You can look at the other lane, see if someone's going to let you go to that lane and change, or you're just gonna fucking like deal with it. It's so fucking well, not deal with it, but like you're gonna either like find some way to get around that from happening. You're not just gonna let it happen. That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. Oh yeah, just let it happen. What can you do? Like, no, that's fucking dumb. No.
Anyway, and by the way, by you veering out of your lane, makes you legally responsible for the accident because you're the one who went out of the way of the legal bounds of where you were supposed to be.
But if you're changing lanes, you can change your lane and see, oh, there's no one over in the left lane. And I'm gonna change over that lane, or change to the right lane, change to a lane, or make a turn. Like, what terrible advice. That's terrible advice. Don't listen to Phil. Phil driving tips are fucking terrible tips.
So, what I try to do when I drive, I pay attention to my right, my left, and what's all directly in front of me. I can't worry about people behind me. If there's someone on my ass, riding my tail,
on my ass,
or, being stupid behind me, I just ignore it because there's nothing I can do about it, right? But now, of course, the one thing you do have to be observant of is ambulances and stuff like that.
But it's important to know what's going on behind you, though, because if you're trying to change lanes, if you're doing something, it's better to keep in mind the cars behind you. Because if you don't pay mind to them, you're gonna get fucked. Pretty bad. So, yeah.
Have your ears open. So another good tip, don't blast music in the car. And a lot of people love to do this. They play the music so fucking loud, you can't even hear if there's like an ambulance or...
I'm sorry, that is a load of bullshit. That, oh, you're not gonna hear the ambulance. You fucking hear the ambulance. There's no way a normal human being would get into a car, turn the volume up to like max, to the point where they can't hear anything around them. That makes no fucking sense. No one does that to begin with, and even the volume that they listen to their music, I fucking doubt they won't be able to notice an ambulance, because one, it's not only just a siren, there's lights. So you will be aware when a fucking ambulance is coming up your ass, or coming in front of you. There's no way you're not gonna fucking notice that. I'm sorry, I've been in an ambulance. There's no way you're gonna be fucking not aware that an ambulance is coming around. No, I really fucking doubt that. You would have to be fucking deaf, to be honest.
A fire engine or whatever it would be, your own paramedics, whatever they're called in Europe, I have no idea.
They're called the same thing. Ambulance, police, firefighters, they're all universal terms. Fun fact.
Yeah, you can't hear because the music's so goddamn loud. You can't do that. You gotta be like focused on what you're doing. The only other tip is, at least for me, I have no idea again what the parking situation is in Europe. I've pretty much sufficiently been able now to drive since I was 16 when I got my driver's license till now. So almost 20 years of driving. I don't usually have to back into much at all. I know a lot of people like, I gotta back into that space. I gotta back over here. For the most part, when I'm in like a mall parking lot or a shopping center or a supermarket or whatever, I just pull in. And then, yes, you back out when you're leaving, but I find that backing into spaces is more difficult, especially because a lot of people don't park within the lines.
This fucking guy. Backing into a parking spot is the easiest thing you can fucking do. Like, yeah, it's hard at first, but once you, like, start doing it, you'll get used to it. Because the thing is, when you're backing in, the cars are stationary. I mean, it's not that fucking hard. It's more hard. It's harder trying to back out of a space than backing into one, in my opinion, because there's more variables to consider, because you have to make sure that both sides, there's no cars coming, there's no pedestrians walking. When you're backing into a space, it's very fucking easy to get into it. It's fucking easy.
You're supposed to, which can make it almost impossible to judge how much distance do I have on each side if you're backing in.
It's easy to judge. You use your eyes, use the mirrors, and when you're like in this spot, you open the door, you look outside, you're like, oh, there's the line, there's the car, close the car door, and fix it if need be.
Pulling in, it's a lot easier. Backing in makes it way harder. So for me, I usually don't back into spots. If I can at all avoid it, I'll pull in straight. And it makes it easier because if you're out and you're grocery shopping or whatever, the trunk's right in front of you when you get to your car, rather than, oh, the trunk's now in the space. I got to wedge through the sides of the cars to bring all my groceries over there. That's why I usually do it like that too. So one of the things a lot of people complain about is, oh, whenever I back into a space, it's tough. So don't do it. Once I got my license, I never really did it. I don't bother with it. All right.
Yeah, why learn?
We got a couple questions here. A few questions from Hot Sauce 123.
Hot Sauce.
Let's get right into them. Number one, I remember when you started on YouTube in 2008, you were using a camera. Then in 2012, you switched to direct capture. That's actually not true. It was actually early 2013. I switched to direct capture and streaming on Twitch TV.
Direct capture. Okay, let's look at this question. Will I ever go back to the old camera? Why is this a question?
Have you ever thought about switching back to your old camera? I mean, let's just think about this realistically. The reason that I used the old camera back then is because it was the Wild West. Playthroughs on YouTube weren't prominent at all when I started doing them in 2008. Most people just did walkthroughs, which were much different than a playthrough or a let's play. And I didn't have the equipment to do direct capture. I didn't even have a widescreen camera. My camera was like a standard definition, you know, small 4:3 aspect ratio camera that I had to go crooked on my TV to even fit the whole TV in the shot. Yeah, it was popular for like a year until I bought a better camera that was widescreen, but I was popular because it was the Wild West. Today, if I were to film anything with a camera, an old camera, it would never work. Never. People would say, why is the color off? Why is this happening? Why does the audio sound like that? People are used to direct capture now. That's what they've been desensitized. That's what they need.
Desensitized. I don't understand this terminology. That, like, why use desensitized? What the fuck is this? Like, is he really, like, he's a little bitter. This just comes up a little bitter that he can't use direct capture. Like, he can't use his camera. Like, he has to use direct capture. But, like, direct capture gives you better fucking visuals. Why would you not want to give your viewers better visuals and better quality? Why? What?
They don't see that. It's crap. No matter what, they immediately write it off as crap, okay? Now, maybe...
Because it is crap. It's fucking crap to record a fucking playthrough that way. That's so fucking shitty. No. Phil, no. You're not gonna convince me that, oh, it's a nice thing to have the, camera because it has a charm to it. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a charm to it because I've actually did record a playthrough that way with the camera, like a camera in front of the TV. The gameplay looked like shit. You couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. Why the fuck would I ever record a game like that? Ever. No. I would much rather capture gameplay the way I've been doing through the PlayStation 4 Remote Play that I have than doing it the way that DSP was doing it when he started. That's fucking dumb. No.
As a, like, special event, maybe I would do something with the old camera as, like, a throwback. But the thing is, I can't stream with the old camera. That's number one. I can't. There's no direct capture. I can't stream it. Number two, the old camera's old and was breaking. Like, one of the main reasons I stopped using the camera is because it was starting to break. As I was filming with it, it would turn itself off. The battery would only last 20 to 30 minutes. In fact,
it's like the fucking OBS crashing. Oh yeah, sure. It fucking broke. That's why you stopped using it. Okay.
It was bad. Like, even with a battery, sometimes it was lasting only 15 minutes. Even I had a new battery. The camera would run through the battery in 15 minutes because the camera's so old, it's all worn out. Okay. You know, digital cameras aren't meant to be used that much. This is a digital camera I was using for all that back then. It wasn't a camcorder or anything. So yeah, you know, anything from 2008 to 2012 was a digital camera being massively overused. And the bottom line is, I don't even know if it would work. Even if I want, let's do a special throwback, you know, couple hours of gameplay, the camera might not even work anymore. I know where it is. It's over there in one of those bins, but I don't even know if it would work anymore. So that's why I don't use the camera. And the bottom line is, everyone wants direct capture. Everyone wants live streaming. No one's really looking for the camera anymore.
No one's looking for the camera,
all right,
dude.
Second question. Back in 2010, you lost a lot of weight after you lost your job. What did you do to lose weight? How did you do it? I know you have back problems, and it's hard to lift weights and do other exercises. So how did you lose the weight without excessive exercise? What was your secret? Well,
Well, let me tell you. Oh,
I don't necessarily think it was a secret.
by the way, I don't have much of a. Let's see. Let's see what the actual question is. How did I lose so much weight after losing my job in 2010? I didn't really have much weight. I just kind of went to the gym. I ate good food. I don't eat fast food as often or a lot. At most, if I were to eat Five Guys hamburgers, since I love those hamburgers, I would do that maybe. I used to do it once a month, but now it's like once, like whenever like I feel like it. Really, like, I don't know. I don't really have the urge to go to Five Guys as much as I used to. Now it's just like, well, if I really want to, I'll get it. But other than that, I don't. Because I would much rather make like a normal sandwich, like a tuna fish sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, the classics. Like stuff like that. I don't really go out of my way to do anything like that.
Per se. I was really overweight for multiple reasons. Number one, because I ate too much. I ate the wrong foods in excess, and I had no limitations on my body whatsoever. So, let me give you an example. When I had that office job, and I know this is going to be gross to a lot of people. I think it's gross today, but here's a perspective of one of my typical days. In the morning, I would have one of those refrigerated breakfast sandwiches you just toss in the microwave, sausage, egg, and cheese or something like that. Terrible for you, high in fat. That would be my breakfast, that and like orange juice. I would go to work and have a cup of coffee, okay? I would be working. Oh, I need another cup of coffee. And every cup of coffee, by the way, has sugar and everything in it, okay? Lunch.
Why would he put, like, oh, I have coffee, I put sugar in it. You can make coffee without sugar. When you buy, like, coffee itself, it doesn't have sugar in it. You usually add sugar to coffee, but you don't have to add sugar to coffee. That's kind of dumb. And why not just have cereal for breakfast? Cereal, biscuits, small stuff. Because usually breakfast is, you eat light food because, you're just waking up and you don't want to overload your stomach in the morning. You just want to eat something light. And then lunchtime is when you start to eat, like, big meals and stuff. Because, by that point, your system is, like, functioning, it's working efficiently, all that kind of stuff. Because when you're waking up, it's kind of like,
time. Oh, I want to go get fast food. Or go get some burgers or whatever. Or a big deli sandwich from the local deli. Giant amounts of meat and cheese and all this stuff. Tastes delicious. Insanely bad for you. Okay? Oh.
He still adds a lot of fucking cheese to his fucking food. He adds so much cheese. Watch Cooking with the King when he makes his sauce. His special sauce. So much sugar in it. But, back then, drinking coffee with sugar in it, that's way too much, man.
Dinner time, well, again, either fast food or time for me to make something at home that typically was unhealthy. There were some meals that I would make in my microwave that were pretty bad for you. Sometimes I would make...
Why not fucking learn recipes for food then? Why not make salad? Why not do that kind of stuff? Why go specifically out of your way for these foods? And I want to say this as well. Someone brought up in another Ask the King that said that he's fat or whatever. That he's still fat. I don't think he lost that much weight, and I don't think he's obese. I don't think Phil's obese. I don't think that. I just don't think that he lost that much weight from. I'm willing to say that he lost weight. Sure. I mean, because like when I see some videos of old classic Phil, he does have a belly. He does have a belly, but he just doesn't have a pronounced belly anymore. Now he just has tits. His neck, see right there, like, you don't really see his neck anymore. It's just the fucking dewlap of, like, here, he looks like one of my rabbits. One of my old rabbits that were, like, really fat. They had this big dewlap here. And that's what he looks like he has. Like, he has this big thing here. Now, someone might say, like, oh, is his head position like this? Because, that makes him look fat. But he's like this. Like, I've seen him multiple times, and that's what he looks like. He doesn't look like he has a neck anymore. I just don't think he's in shape or in good shape as he's claiming he is. I don't think he's even that skinny. I think a lot of people might look at his arms and say, like, oh, well, look at his arms. His arms doesn't have any fat, but that's just his arms. Like, I'm not a very skinny person. I have skinny arms, sure, but, like, I do have a gut a little bit. You know, you get fat in other places. I just don't think Phil is skinny. I think saying Phil is skinny is kind of incorrect. I don't think he's obese, and I don't think he's a fat slob, you know, behemoth. But he definitely has fat. He definitely has more fat than the average person. He has more fat than me. I'll put it that way. He's fatter than me.
Burgers and stuff like that at home, bad for you. So it was like bad food, bad food, bad food. Oh yeah, by the way, I would also drink a lot. So I would drink at night too. I'd be drinking beers, or I'd be drinking hard liquor. Like right then I used to love rum and coke like crazy.
Why would he drink, like, you know, it's funny. It's actually kind of ironic in a way, because he, in another not a weekend preview, Ask the King, he said how his family has an addiction to pills or whatever. His addiction is fucking fat food and alcohol. Because, and some might disagree or say that, oh, you can't get addicted to alcohol. You can. You can get addicted to alcohol. It says it's not as hard. It's not as like addicting as like hardcore drugs, but it is addicting. It does. You can go through withdrawals if you stop drinking. You can do that. But he's drinking all this alcohol. That's bad for you. Then he's like, oh, I drink rum and coke. Why fucking drink specialty drinks? Like, honestly, I you know, I did used to be in that position as well. I used to drink all the time. And then then my dad opened the refrigerator and said, well, you have enough beer to feed an army. And I was like, I mean, they were empty bottles, sure. But I looked at it, I was like, yeah, he has a point. That is kind of fucking insane. So now I don't drink at all anymore. I drink maybe, like, on special occasions or, you know, whatever. But I don't drink nearly as much as I used to. Nowhere near that bad.
So yeah, my life was just gorging excess bad foods, okay? When I lost my office job, I changed my lifestyle completely. I basically made it, I'm only going to eat twice a day. I'm not going to do excessive snacking, nothing. When I eat, it's going to try to hit the food groups, and it's going to try to be, you know, lean. So I started, instead of going out and getting burgers, I would go out and get a turkey burger or a veggie burger or a chicken sandwich. And not a fried chicken sandwich, grilled chicken with lettuce and tomato.
Oh my god, I bet this fucking guy goes to McDonald's or whatever and orders these sandwiches thinking that they're healthy. But that's the thing that was driving me insane when I was watching his DSP Tries It videos, where he's like, oh, well, look at this hamburger. It's pretty healthy for you because it has some lettuce in there. It's grilled. No, when you're eating fast food, it's unhealthy, period. And grilled? That's debatable. I wouldn't say grilled chicken is healthy. Chicken is healthy, but grilled chicken, not so much. I fucking disagree with that so much. But whatever, it is what it is.
Maybe light honey mustard or something like that. You know, that was what my diet drastically changed. So I was eating half as much. I was eating better, and because of that, I dropped all that weight immediately, because that was all excess weight from me being such a nasty lifestyle kind of person for so long. And it just kind of dropped right.
Why do you still have, like, the dewlap? Why can't I see your neck anymore? Why do you have tits? You skinny guys.
Off my body. Didn't need exercise, didn't need anything, okay?
You need exercise. I'm sorry, but you need exercise. And he can exercise. There's a lot of exercises that he could have done that doesn't require his back.
So that was the good thing. But not everyone's in that situation. A lot of people who are overweight are not in that situation. It's not because you're constantly overeating and eating the wrong things and drinking coffee. That's the other thing. I completely stopped drinking coffee whatsoever.
But he drinks energy drinks now. Energy drinks isn't any better. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's drinking energy drinks. That's worse than coffee. Coffee is it's a healthier alternative. But he's not doing that. He doesn't need to add sugar to fucking coffee. What a fucking guy.
A lot of people, it's because of thyroid conditions. It's because of genetics. It's because of a lot of issues. And a lot of people who...
Genetics? no, fuck out of here with that. Nope,
are
not buying it.
bigger tend to think of themselves self-consciously, right? And then they try things like dieting or whatever. A lot of people I know heard my story back then, and they saw the dramatic change. 'Cause you remember, I used to be, look at my early videos, the vlogs and stuff I used to do. My face was more swollen, my body, I wouldn't be able to wear.
His face is still swollen, though. I mean, I don't see it. I don't, as far as his face is concerned, I don't see it. I mean,
T-shirt like this, my body would be like ripping the shirt, right? Everything I needed to wear was extra large or bigger back then. This is a large space T-shirt, and look, it actually has wrinkles on me because it doesn't really fit me properly because I actually don't really fill it fully out anymore.
you can get wrinkles in your shirt without having to fit it. I have a shirt that like is kind of short on me, small on me, and it still gets wrinkles. It happens. It depends on the fabric it's using.
Yeah, it was a way different life back then.
Way different.
But not everyone's in that situation. You have to understand. Not everyone's going to be able to just lose all that weight. There were people who like contacted me, Phil, what's your secret? And I would try to help them. I tried it all, it didn't work. Like, well, what can I tell you? It's not the same for everyone. For me, the reason I was fat is because of active bad lifestyle choices. For a lot of people, that's not why people are overweight. So don't think that just because of my situation at work, it's going to work for everyone. I mean, most people have to have both a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle with excess of exercise and all this kind of stuff. It just so happened I was able to lose all that weight without it. I was lucky, okay? The third question. I remember when you were living in your old apartment, you mentioned that you bought the DDP yoga system, but you didn't have room to use it. You tried and you didn't have any room to do it. Now that you have more space, have you ever used it? Well, here's the thing. When I moved across the country from Connecticut, that cramped, shitty condo that didn't even have enough space for me to really even do myself and my own business stuff. When I moved here, this place is so much better. I have space to stretch out, to relax. There's no... when we carry in the groceries here, right? I'm not going from a parking lot that's on the other side through ice-covered fucking walkways and going up staircases with all these groceries to bring them into my house. Here I drive the car right into the garage, close the garage, walk right into the kitchen with the groceries. So the things that used to strain my back, I don't really do anymore. I don't drive long distances. I don't carry heavy things for extended lengths of time. And my lifestyle adjustments out here have allowed me to basically live a lifestyle where there's no strain on my back. So honestly,
no strain on his back, dude. No strain.
my back is almost better. Like, yeah, every once in a while, I'll tweak it, and oh man, now I got shooting pain for a day or numbness for a day. Or, oh man, I had to really do a lot of physical work today, and now I feel real tired, my back is sore. Yeah, that still happens, but not to the extent, like, it was so bad when I was in Connecticut that I had numbness all day, every day. Like, I couldn't feel my leg. Pain, shooting pain constantly, okay? And that's why I had a back stretcher. I would lay down, it would stretch me physically out to try to relieve the pressure on this herniated disc that I had. And DDP yoga, that was the point. I was going to try to strengthen all my core muscles so that the pain would go away. I don't have the pain anymore. So no, since I moved out here, I've not done DDP yoga, even though now I kind of have...
He doesn't have the pain anymore, guys. Okay, sure. All right.
Room for it in the living room, whatever area where I could do it. I don't really have a reason to do it. I had no problems with my back whatsoever, so I haven't tried it. If I ever did, like, oh, God forbid, please, knock on wood. If I were to fall and hurt myself or something like that, I still have it, so I would be able to try it out. So it is still there, but no, I have not had any reason or opportunity to really mess with that. Okay. Next question is from Redemption Gaming. He says, Phil, I'm a viewer of yours from the greater part of 3 years now. I stumbled upon...
Let's see what this question is so I can answer it, guys, okay? So, oh, I didn't answer this question. Did I ever try out the DD? No, I didn't, because I don't need... No. I sometimes do yoga, sometimes, but it is what it is. Let's see. Explanation of my game review, ranking, scaling process. Oh, here we go with this shit. My review system, the way that I operate, as far as I'm concerned, is the game playable? Am I having fun? Is there anything that's glaring to me? I look at each game on its own, and if it's like a series, I might compare it to to another game in that series only if it's relevant to the review. I don't just bring it up needlessly. Like, if I'm doing Metal Gear Solid 5 as a review, I would not bring up Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2 or 3 because those are just kind of irrelevant games in the realm of talking about MGS5. I would talk about 4 because that's a lot of the same gameplay mechanics from 4. And a lot of stuff that are from 4 are still in Metal Gear Solid 5. And I'll also compare it to Peace Walker because Peace Walker is really one of the biggest things that 5 pulls from to build. So that's how I look at it. And I go by whole numbers. I go by digits. By like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, etc., etc. So that's how I look at reviews. That when I review something, that's how I look at it. For example, like if it's Ruby, I'm working on a Ruby Volume 4 review. I look at that as, what did I think of the season? To me, I'll tell you right now, I didn't really like this season. I thought this season of Ruby was severely disappointing. It was honestly one of my least favorite seasons. I didn't like season 1 that much, but I'm more leaning to that because it's the first season. It's kind of it's trying to know what it is. 2 was better, 3 was the best, and 4 was just kind of bad. So that's my opinion of that. But yeah, I would look at that, maybe compare it to other seasons if I need to. Like I might compare it to season 1, and talking about how it might have a better direction than season 1, but it still feels like one episode stretched for one season.
On your gaming reviews known as The Hateful Truth, where you use the motto maximum truth and minimum bullshit when it comes to the latest gaming releases. Now that I'm starting to do my own reviews, I called Redemption Reviews, I try to follow along the same motto. And as I watch
Redemption Reviews, this guy is using the wrong fucking system to review his games, to be honest. And The Hateful Truth is fucking garbage now.
You also usually end up bashing the F out of mainstream gaming media, which actually leaves me very joyed. As a question for Ask the King, how can I review games and put it to scale? What's a good way to, I guess, put games in a rating scale? Well, this is kind of the big thing. That is the big question for people who review games. That everyone disagrees on this. There's no real consensus. Some people say you shouldn't use a scale at all. It's not fair. You should just say, buy the game, play the game once, or never play it. Okay, some people agree that that's good enough. Other people say, well, you should have a rating scale, but it should be based objectively only on certain criteria, whether they're actually present in the game or not. So you actually have a checklist. Does it have this amount of gameplay? Yes or no? Does it have this many characters? Yes or no? Does it have graphics that live up to the standard? What? Yes or no? And just based off of that, you give
how many characters are in a game? Okay, this example, it kind of fucked itself, TBH.
Score. Some people think that it should be objective, that there is no criteria. You could give a game any score you want for whatever reason whatsoever, and therefore game reviews are completely infallible, and no matter what anyone says in a game review, it's okay because it's just an opinion. That, I think, is the biggest fucking load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. You know what that tells me? Oh, we're journalists, but...
It's a load of bullshit to give an opinion? What? What? Come on. A review is an opinion. And guess who also hides behind, it's an opinion? This fucking guy. Really? Dude, every time he talks about reviews, it's always fucking nonsense. I really can't stand his whole thing with reviews. It's so fucking dumb.
We're never going to be held to any kind of accountability for anything we say, and that way we have job security for life. Fuck that.
Job security? What? Oh, well, we don't have to take any accountability. So if someone makes a review and they like their review and they think it's a good review, they should lose their job because someone else says, I don't agree with your opinion, with your review. Are you fucking stupid? No, that is pretty dumb. No.
That just means you could be a hack and put out the worst game reviews on the planet, but it's an opinion, so it's protected. Fuck that.
No, that's not how it works. If you suck at your job as a game journalist, you're losing your fucking job. It being an opinion won't save your ass. If someone makes a review and they say, and there's a lot of errors in it, if there's like, they talked about another game in it, you know, it's like, oh, instead of talking about this game, they talk about something else. Oh my god, are you fucking serious?
Bullshit. That's terrible. That, I don't buy into that shit at all. You have to have some kind of criteria when you're rating a game, okay? For me, what I like to do is a few things when I review a game that leads to a rating system. The first thing I like to do is to put myself into context as someone who maybe understands the context of a game and maybe is the fan of a series versus someone who's not. So, for example, someone who's a huge fan of Street Fighter and has played Street Fighter since day one and plays Street Fighter competitively may think one thing about Street Fighter V, while someone who is not a competitive player of Street Fighter, who doesn't care about the competitive scene, who is not a hardcore fan, but maybe casually plays fighting games, they may think something completely different about Street Fighter V. And what I want to do...
Yeah, but the thing is that Street Fighter V, not even the fucking fan, not even casuals defend Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V has a lot of issues. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Street Fighter V, but I see issues in it, sure.
I always strive to put myself into those situations and explain that in my review. Sometimes I even give 2 review scores so you understand.
No, he doesn't.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of cases where I can't do that. For example, if the very first Persona game I'm ever playing would be Persona 5, I can't say, well, as a huge fan of the Persona series, I rated this, and as not, I rated this. Can't do that. So you can't always do that, but I like when I can do that. Being that now I've been an 8-year YouTuber, and I'm now entering year 9 of being a YouTuber.
But he never does that. No matter what the fucking game is, he never does it. He was a huge fan of Batman. Didn't do a fan review of Batman yet. Where's the double review scores there? He's a huge fan of Street Fighter V. He didn't do 2 review scores. He didn't do one for casuals and one for hardcore. He didn't do it. What?
It allows me to say, wow, I have so much experience under my belt that I can make these kind of, as knowing where the franchise has been versus being an outsider to the franchise, I can kind of do those dual reviews all the time, all right?
No,
that's one factor when it comes...
He doesn't do it all the time. That's a lie.
To giving a numbered review. I have to understand your perspective, all right? Just because someone gives a game a high score doesn't mean the game is good for everyone. Maybe from their perspective as a fan of that series, it's a great game, all right? That's one thing, a criteria when it comes to scoring. Number 2, yeah, there are objective things that I look for. How many hours of gameplay is a game going to be? How many quality hours of gameplay are there? Because even though a game may be 30 hours long, if 25 hours is repetitive, boring, grinding side content just for the sake of saying the game is longer and only 5 hours of the game are meaningful, then those 25 hours are basically worthless and you need to actually factor that into your score. Graphics, story, quality of audio, quality of all that stuff, you know what I mean? Gameplay. All that stuff is objectively factored into my score. But there's always going to be subjective, right? Did you like the story or not? Is this the kind of game that has enough gameplay for your personal tastes? And that's where the subjective comes in.
Oh, motherfucker. In the same fucking portion, he went from saying, oh, people say it's just an opinion. Fuck that. That's pussy shit. No, it's, well, there's opinions about it. Did you like it? Did you like this? Did you like that? This guy doesn't even read reviews, I guarantee it. Because a lot of these reviews do talk about things that are opinionated and things that aren't. They might say like, oh, well, this game doesn't function very well, but the game is still pretty fun. I enjoyed it for what it is. Like, you know, if I reviewed No More Heroes on the PS3, I think the port was bad. I thought the frames are really noticeably, they drop noticeably, and it's almost to the point where it doesn't really feel like it's playable. But it fucking works for what it is. At least it's like, at least I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10 right now. But we'll see if I ever beat it. But let's continue.
To hold myself to a standard where there's a combination of objective standards and subjective standards, while also factoring in what perspective I'm coming from when I review the game. But last but not least, one of the things almost no game reviewer does, all right, including game editors. If you're an editor for a gaming news media outlet, it's their actual it's in their job description to do this, and they don't do it properly.
No, it's not.
What you should do, if you're a game reviewer, is score games compared to everything else that you've played recently, okay? So, for example...
How is that... What? That's not in their job description. Where did he get this fucking load of shit from? Dude, that hat is fucking killing him, dude. That makes no fucking sense. At all. Again, I might link the video in this video when I upload it, but I think Tevin uploaded a video about the whole thing about Batman the Arkham Knight controversy shit that he tried to create, and I think Tevin brought up saying like how, you know, you can't compare a game that comes out in 2017, for example, to a game that came out like all the way in 1989 or something. I mean that's not how it works, and it's ridiculous. You're pumping out like tons and tons and tons of reviews. That doesn't fucking make sense. Just saying.
Give you a perfect example here. All right. Years and years ago, I rated Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as my best game of that year. That was so long ago, right? A million years ago. Today we scoff at Call of Duty and say it's garbage, it's overrated crap. Back then, Modern Warfare 2 gave a robust and unique and fun and gripping single-player campaign combined with co-op online gameplay, a ton of robust online gameplay modes, amazing groundbreaking graphics, great controls, great audio, everything. It was on another level. Now, there were other games at the time that were also great, but for me, for the games that I had played that year, that was the best game I felt out of all the ones that I had played. It was the best one, and I rated it as such, okay?
Okay.
I took a lot of shit for that. But what I think people don't realize is that for me, for the games that I had played, I felt that was the best one. Did I give it 10 out of 10 in my rating score? No, but I gave it a pretty high score. If I remember correctly, I think I gave it like a 9 or a little bit above a 9 or something like that. Because I really did feel that it was the best out of everything that I compared it to that I'd played recently. Today, would I say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a 9 out of 10 and one of the best overall first-person shooters ever? No. You want to know why I would say that? Because I've played other ones. I've played 5, 6, 7 more years of shooters that have advanced everything.
So, but see, that's the thing, though. Then update your review then, Phil. But, like, that makes no fucking sense. This fucking review nonsense is fucking nonsense. Oh, whatever.
Over time, a score that you give in a review could change or could degrade based on the modern advances and other things coming out. So here's a perfect example, right? Right now, I just played Resident Evil 7. I loved it. I thought it was a great game. I thought that it combined classic survival horror with modernized gameplay mechanics like a first-person shooter mechanic, good graphics, and good story that kept you on the grip of your seat. Everything was good about it, but it was only 9.5 hours long. I still gave it a 9 out of 10. I really liked the game, okay? What if, in 6 months, Outlast 2 comes out? Now, Outlast 2 is 14 hours long, has better graphics and a better story than Resident Evil 7, okay? Does that mean that I'm going to give Outlast 2, for example, a 9.5? No! Because in 6 months, there may be another game that came out that's like this, and another game that came out that's like this. And what you should do is look at all the games recently that you're playing and say in comparison to the other games that are out right now. If you're a gamer who has to go to the store with just enough money to buy one game, all right, what game is better overall bang for your buck when it comes to all the factors?
So basically, I get it. I fucking get it. He wants a review to tell him what game to buy, like unanimously, universally what game to buy. He cannot read reviews and deduce for himself which one is worth his time. He can't do that on his own. See, that's the thing with reviews and dealing with other opinions. If I tell you, I played Metal Gear Solid 5, and I really like the game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. I have replayed it the most. It's one of the games I replayed a lot. I still play that game to this day. And then, so I tell you, like, my experience with that game, and then you're like, okay, so that's cool. So what do you think of Resident Evil 7? I'm like, oh, Resident Evil 7, it's a really good game. It's, you get, like, there's 3 difficulty settings. You unlock the last one by beating the game. It's first person, it has a good atmosphere, it has really good atmosphere. It's really one of the best Resident Evil games that came out recently. It's better than 6. It's not my favorite Resident Evil game, but it's something. So I give him, so when I tell you these kind of things, you can say in your head, well, which one do you think I'm going to like more? Do you think I'm going to like Metal Gear Solid 5? Or do you think I'm going to like Resident Evil 7? And then you can deduce for yourself. You have to think for yourself. See, Phil wants to be told what to buy, what to think, all this kind of stuff. He wants everything to be spoon-fed to him.
You consider in a review, that's how I rate and score my games. A lot of editors and a lot of reviewers in the mainstream media never do that. What they just say is, well, it has these good things, these bad things, and subjectively I think this, therefore here's the number score. And I disagree with that completely. I think my girlfriend's actually coming home, so I'm going to close the door so I don't disturb her with my talking loudly.
What?
But I completely disagree with...
Uh-oh. Leanna's coming home. Better close the door so she doesn't get in, dude. Can't let her in.
That philosophy, okay? I think you need to...
It's like fucking a kid's at home and their mom's coming home and like, well, I better not record a video when my mom's home, dude. She's gonna fucking come in and embarrass me.
Actively compare, because how can you say... Just think of it this way. How can you say Uncharted 4 is a 9.5 out of 10. Doom is a 9.5 out of 10. But then you read the actual reviews that someone wrote, and they said far more positive things about Uncharted 4 than they said about Doom. Now, by the way, this is hypothetical. They're both outstanding games, and either one could be picked as a game of the year for last year. This is totally hypothetical.
No, whatever, but yeah, if they praised Uncharted 4, they probably had the most fun with it. They probably gave Doom a 9.5, probably because it's a very good game that plays very well and it's actually like rich in enjoyment. But they probably enjoyed the story in Uncharted 4 a lot more. That's probably what tipped it over the edge for them. They probably gave Doom a 9.5 because gameplay-wise, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun game. They gave Uncharted, but it doesn't have a story. It has flaws, but it's a 9.5 because it has a good, solid experience that you can always go back to. It's a solid, sturdy game. Uncharted 4, they might like it a little bit more, but they probably gave it a 9.5 because... they might not have liked the online feature of it. They might not have liked the microtransactions it has. They might not have liked some of the stuff that they did with the gameplay. Maybe they didn't like some of the parts of the story. But, you can't compare a first-person shooter to a fucking third-person shooter like that. Fuck out of here.
But I've seen reviews where it's like, negative, rating score, 9 out of 10. What? How can you have a game with all these negatives, all these shortcomings, and you rated it almost perfect? What that tells me is that there's no rating scale at all.
No, you can have a good... The only thing that I do kind of agree with is that they might say, like, oh, it's the best game of this year, and then they say all their, negatives, there is a issue when it comes to, balancing negatives and positives, so I do kind of see where he's coming from with that, but... whatever.
How could you have a game? Because then they have another game that they rated positive, only 1 negative, 9 out of 10. How could you say those games are rated the same? Just logically, factually, that can't happen. Any logical human would say that's not correct. But again, they hide behind their tenet of, well, reviews are just an opinion. Because it's just an opinion, you can say anything you want in a game review, and it's correct no matter what. Bullshit! It is...
Why is he so fucking salty about this? when people say it's just an opinion, they're not saying that their opinion is fucking right, or that they're wrong, or that they, no. They're just saying, that's my opinion. I like this game. I give this game this score. That's my opinion. It's not, well, you disagree with me. You're fucking dumb, dude. Like, fuck out of here. If you don't agree with their review system or anything like that, that's fine. But don't act as if your review system is fucking perfect. That's fucking, no.
The job of the reviewer and or the editor to make sure that game reviews are scaled properly. You have to look subjectively and objectively at everything that people submit to you as a game review and say, well, this guy said a bunch of negatives about the game. This guy said there was only one negative. This game just objectively is probably going to be rated higher than this one. But they don't do.
But why would you look at another person's review and compare it to someone else's review? That's fucking stupid. So, like, let's say it's me and someone else reviewing a game. Do I really have to scale my review with what someone else says? So if that guy, like, I love Skullgirls. I would give Skullgirls a perfect 10 because it's a fucking perfect-ass game. And then Billy over there says, like, well, Skullgirls and fighting games suck, so I'm going to give Skullgirls a 5 out of 10. Do I have to scale my review and my opinion to his? No. Because that just tells me that he doesn't like the game, and that's what his review reflects. I love the game. My review will reflect my love for fucking Skullgirls.
They're fucking hacks, and that's what pisses me off about these mainstream game sites. Their job, their full salary, 100% of the profit they make at their job is to make sure that what they write is legitimate, and then they come out with all these game scores that make no fucking sense. So you end up with games that are just kind of meh, that get high-ass scores. You end up with games that actually are a much more enjoyable experience than maybe another game, but it has a few shortcomings, and it gets rated way down here, because they don't fucking compare the games against each other. That's not right.
Why would you compare games against each other? It's not a fucking competition. And the other thing is that for me, personally, I don't fucking look at reviews. I just judge by how the game looks. Like, everyone's probably shitting on Metal Gear Survive, but if the game comes out and, I look at people play it and it looks fucking fun, I'm getting that game, sure. But if it's just, oh, you gotta collect resources and defend the base, which I think it's gonna be, because Konami said that's what the game is, well, guess who's not buying the game?
So, it may be tough, yeah. It's tough comparing apples to oranges, I'll be honest. If I'm comparing Uncharted 4 to Street Fighter 5 to Fallout 4, it would be pretty hard for me to say this game is definitively better than this game is definitively worse than this game, because they're all three different kinds of genres. But guess what? If your job is to be a mainstream gaming journalist and it's your job to put out quality reviews, you have to do the hard work. You can't just say, oh, well, it's an opinion, so it could be anything, and it can't be wrong. Fuck.
But you fucking do the same shit. You hide behind his opinion all the time. Look at all the reviews that he gets shit on, and look how he responds to people saying, well, your review is fucking garbage, whatever. He'll say, oh, it's just an opinion, dude. It's my opinion, like a normal fucking human, dude. I mean, like, I wouldn't be as upset about this if he was just, like, not so fucking pompous like this. Like, when he does shit like this, where he's like, oh, again, have an opinion and stuff like that, it would be like, fuck, man.
That's such a cop-out, and that's called, I don't actually want to do hard work today. I just want to play a game.
I don't want to do work today. That's what it is. Sure it is. By the way, Jacob, I know my stuff keeps buffering. I don't know what to tell you. I'm drawing Eliza from Skullgirls. I'm trying to make the buffering kind of stop, but YouTube is trolling me. It's a detractor, dude. It's putting a gun to my head.
Nilly opinion on a piece of fucking paper or type anything up for a website and have no actual legitification or, justification or legitimate reasoning behind what you put on there. Bullshit. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's just such a cop-out, and I hate that shit. 100% fucking hate it. Okay? All right. So there you go. That's what I do to help scale my games and my game reviews. One or two more questions, then we'll take a break. Next question is from Richter Tryhard. He says, Phil,
Richter.
If you could use a time machine...
Okay, I'm going to read Richter's question and respond in my own way. Let's see. If I could use a time machine to phone call a 5-year younger DSP, what would I tell myself? Some serious stuff. Okay, this would be fun. Let's say it was me, not DSP, because you know... Alright, so if I were to hop into a time machine and talk to my 5-year younger self, so let's see, I'm 27, I'd be roughly 21? Yeah, no, 22? Fuck it, you know, whatever. I would tell myself to fucking posting my art more efficiently and do more art. Do that, and what else? What was I gonna say? Oh, and like work on getting a you know, like doing the EMT stuff earlier. There you go. Do the EMT stuff earlier. That's my biggest regret. I wish I started this EMT stuff earlier than later. That's my my mistake.
To phone call yourself 5 years ago, what would you say to your younger self?
Lower the bit rate. Oh, you gotta raise the bit rate.
I mean, holy shit. First of all, I mean, there's a lot of things I would do. First of all, I would probably, obviously, say all the things about finances. Don't spend money on stupid shit like statues, because the money ain't gonna last, right? That's number one. Don't spend money on frivolous stuff at all.
He still spends money on frivolous stuff and then says it's date night, so didn't learn much.
Because the money ain't gonna last, and it didn't. Who knew? It could have, my money could have exponentially skyrocketed or could have tanked. It hasn't really done either. My money has kind of gone down at a small slope consistently, okay? But if I had known that, I probably would have saved every penny I could have. You know, honestly, I probably, would have not, I'll be honest here, bothered kind of going on some of the expensive trips I went on. Like some of those trips that I went to, some of those conventions and stuff, were they nice to go to? Yeah, but they never panned out to really anything that too positive for me. And they were really, I mean, thousands of dollars. And I'll say this again, because some people apparently don't hear me. I paid for everything on those trips. Whenever we went to a convention, I paid for everyone's plane tickets.
Yeah, sure he did. I really fucking doubt that. I'm sorry, Phil, but you don't come off as that kind of guy. I don't come off as that kind of guy. If I said that I paid for everyone's fucking ticket, I really would be surprised if like people believed me, because that is fucking insane. No one would do that. No one. Unless you're fucking rich. DSP wasn't rich. He lived in a fucking condo. How rich could he have been? I don't know. I really fucking doubt that. And saying it multiple times doesn't make it true.
I paid for the hotels. I paid for the transportation. That was all me. So I love it when people say, "Oh, Phil was a cheapskate." I paid for everything. I paid everyone's way everywhere we went. So I don't know what the fuck people are talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Okay.
Make shit up to make them look better, but I paid for everything all the time. So
why would they lie about that though? Why would they be like, well, I need to lie about DSP to make me look better? No.
So every trip we went on, I was dumping several $1,000s, if not more, for every.
And by the way, I just have to say this as well. That's his own fucking fault then. Why did he have to spend for everyone's ticket? It's not them. Like, dude, I would never have, oh wow, cool. I would never have, done that, personally. Like, I wouldn't pay for fucking people's fucking tickets. No. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest, I would never do that. I mean, unless the person is gonna pay me back, and they're good for it. But no, I would not put myself in that situation, because that is fucking, it gets awkward, and it can also lead to, broken friendships. Just saying.
And it really didn't pan out. It was fun, but it really didn't pan out to anything that like made me a lot of money for YouTube. It didn't really benefit the business that much. I thought maybe long term it would, and it ended up it didn't. So in that regard, maybe I kind of wouldn't have spent money on that. Certainly, one thing that I would have done, which I thought I had done, would cover my bases when it comes to business relationships. And what I mean by that is mixing friendship and business always kind of leads to problems. And I was very wary about this, because I'll be honest with everyone. When I was starting out with YouTube, I had known about what had happened with Screw Attack. Many of you may not know what happened with Screw Attack. ScrewAttack.com, all right, before they even were ScrewAttack.com, they were a group of friends and gamers who wanted to make gameplay videos, reviews, all kinds of fun, creative stuff for the internet. They were very successful, but as they were trying to change the business and expand and do all this stuff, there was a major disagreement and dissension between the ranks. It was, Stuttering Craig and Handsome Tom. They were the two figureheads of the business. They were the two main guys involved, and there were all these other people with them, but they were the two big guys who basically were in charge. The two of them ended up having major business disagreements. They completely destroyed their friendship, weren't even friends anymore, separated. Tom went off to do his own thing, while Craig went off to keep doing Screw Attack. And it's kind of sad, because these are two guys who we saw on camera for years who were friends, right? And they had apparently never up front talked about concretely settling business arrangements, ended up having a business disagreement, and lost that friendship. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Oh, here we go.
Because that's pretty much exactly what happened to me. For me, it's a little bit different. Because for me, when I started with YouTube, I wasn't intending on doing YouTube as a business ever. I had started on YouTube as a hobby. I wasn't intending to ever make money doing it. It was just something as a silly side thing. I would go to a tournament and record. I would record myself swearing at a silly game, you know? And then...
he was forced to do YouTube. Remember that from part 1? He was forced. Machinima kicked down his door and forced him to fucking sign the contract. That's what happened, guys. Remember that.
When I ended up losing my job and I had nothing to fall back on, then I started doing YouTube as a job, and all of a sudden it exploded as this great profitable thing. And I said, I'm going to bring in all my friends into it. Let's have people come over and play games with me constantly. And
let's bring in my friends and do this, but not pay them, because I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right, guys?
Go to tournaments and do co-op and do all these events, and let's do creative series together. And I kind of saw it as a fun social thing that people could all have fun together and make money together at the same time.
They weren't making money though. That's the thing that is just odd, is that if they made money, then why would they say they didn't get paid for the stuff they did? And the verse is, well, it's to get more money, Theo. Does Phil look like a fucking billionaire to you? Like, if it was like Trump, okay, I can see that, because he's a fucking billionaire. Why do you think all those people faked had these fake rape allegations? Because he's fucking rich, and he was running for presidency. Of course, people are gonna come from the fucking woodwork and say, "Oh, you raped me," and then try to fucking get some compensation out of it. Of course. So you really think that Phil Burnell, Darkside Phil here, has so much money that Rambo and Howard and all these people are saying that they didn't get paid and this and that to get more money from him? No. Did they do it for fame? Well, I don't think that they really got anything out from after that fucking exposing video, now did they? So, yeah, I really fucking doubt that. I really fucking doubt that.
I didn't necessarily see it as business. Sadly, now I know some people saw it as business rather than us just kind of getting together to have fun, and that's really where it went wrong. Now,
he saw it as fucking business, not them.
I don't know what happened with the Screw Attack people, but the same thing pretty much happened with me. And that sucks. I wish I could have gone back and said, all right, if I'm going to talk $1 of money to anyone with anything we're going to do together, we're going to outline it up front. Because by not outlining it up front, it led to the chaos that happened later. Although, I'll be honest, in a lot of ways, there were things I did up front. There's a lot of miscommunication and bullshit. One thing that I will say, because I am angry at this, and I will say this once, and I'm never going to really bring it up again. With respect to the Pact, when it came to Project 7, I concretely in both in-face discussions and through email, outlined to them when we started that I would consider maybe doing something monetary down the line, paying them for their work, and they told me up front they didn't want any money. They don't.
But the thing about that, though, is that of course he fucking put them in an awkward spot. Because like, let's say that someone comes up to me, and I tell them straight up front to them, you know, we could do a monetary thing later, but I mean, whatever. He said later. And then they're like, well, don't worry about that. Of course they're gonna say that because they're trying to be fucking polite to you, Phil. They respected you back then. According to Rambo, though, he said that he said to him, "Hey, I think you should pay them for editing these videos because it's the right thing to do." Yeah, just because you said, "Oh, well, they said they didn't want the money," doesn't mean that you don't give them the money. That's not how that works. You should have paid them, Phil, regardless. It's courtesy. It's courtesy for them. Like, to fucking... Because he puts them in a obviously, the way that the conversation, according to Phil, if that's how it went through, of course they're gonna say they're not in for the money because they want to be fucking polite. They're not gonna fucking be an asshole to him. Are you really? Really? Come on.
We don't want money. We're looking for attention. We want our YouTube channel to blow up. So with this Project 7, with all the work we're putting in, we're going to hope to get plugs and everything so people will come over and check out our stuff, okay? And that was it. Now, 6 months, 8 months down the line, after they put all this work into Project 7, they weren't seeing they weren't getting what they wanted out of it. And then they decided they didn't want to do Project 7 anymore. But they...
Yeah, maybe that thing was money. Maybe that was it. Someone in Freedom Chat said, you think someone's gonna try to take his video down? Oh, this is to do with, the fucking loophole shit. Yeah, I might do a video on that, but I'll say this right now. The whole thing is that, according to Phil, he got a video from Loophole, assuming if it's true or not, that he's gonna upload it. Or, you know, someone else said that they're going to take, like, this is how you don't play with Scarface, and then upload it and give it to Phil. I don't think anyone's going to try to take it down, to be honest. And honestly, I wouldn't, if I made it This Is How You Don't Play, let's say I made it This Is How You Don't Play, I would not give a shit if someone took it and gave it to him, because it's a fucking, because technically the footage does belong to him, and he will use that in his defense. I mean, yeah, This I Don't Play specifically isn't his, you know, the editing and all that shit, but I wouldn't care, to be honest. I mean, I would be a little bit pissed that he's making money off of it, sure, but, you know, as I said, I think he shouldn't be making money off of these KO Gaming submission shit. I think that stuff should be, not monetized at all, but it's fucking Phil, he's desperate now.
Weren't really transparent with me about it. I guess basically they told everyone under the sun about this except for me that they would have liked money. Well, they never said that to me. So there was no way that I could have actually known that. Now,
because they thought it was clear. They thought that you didn't need to be told that. See, that's the thing with Phil. He always expects people to tell him things. He can't read people at all. At all. Like, if you're an employee, like if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pay you money to be a voice actor or whatever, or if I just say, oh, you should be a voice actor for this project, and I don't really bring up money, or I tell you, well, it's gonna be free, you know, maybe later we could talk about money, and you're like, well, the thing is, Theo, it's fine, you don't have to pay me, because the thing is that you know what? No, actually, no. This is the thing. This is the thing. Forget all that shit I said. Of course, they would do the fucking work for free. Because, what was it? I fucking had it. Oh, he fucking extorted them. Well, not extorted them, but he manipulated them. Because he told them, well, we'll talk about money later. We'll talk about money later. Right now it is free. And then, you know, they're like, oh, no, that's fine. We'll do the work for free. Don't have to worry. We just want the exposure. And instead of him feeling obligated to paying them, he was like, okay, well, they said they don't want money, so I don't have to worry about money ever again. No, that's fucking shitty. And that is the bigger issue. If anything, that's worse. Because he knowingly took their work for free and not having the fucking thought of maybe I should pay them. The fact that he was just, okay, I'm not paying you, okay, that's it, is fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Because, you know, imagine if you're an artist and you're just trying to make a name for yourself. And you're like, oh, well, no, this and that. Don't fucking yeah, you want to make prices for commissions affordable and fair. Yeah, that's always a thing. But at the same time, you don't want to get ripped off. You don't want to fucking undersell your art. You don't want to do that. You don't want to, like, if you worked hard on something, would you want to get paid, like, $5 for it? No. No. Not at all. And you shouldn't. No. It's fucking disgusting that he's willingly exploiting these people to get free work, and he didn't give a shit about giving them money or compensating them at all. This is fucking shit, and it's fucking greedy and money grubbing and sleazy. Never do business with this guy. Never.
Question from Richter Tryhard. I know, it's bullshit. When people tell you they probably don't want money, it's bullshit. Bottom line is, everyone wants money. The bottom line is, everyone wants a cut. Everyone wants a piece. Everyone wants something.
Because they worked on those fucking videos. Of course they would want to be compensated, you fucking dummy. Oh, I can't believe fucking Respect the Pack, who worked hard on these videos, want to get paid for their work. I can't believe it. Who would have thought that they wanted to get money? Phil, you sound like a fucking greedy asshole right now. Just so you know. What a fucking idiot. Fuck off.
When they see someone who's making out, they want some of that. Even if, regardless if they...
Yeah, because fucking Phil is rolling in money, right? Even before the copyright strikes and all that shit, he was rolling in money, right, guys? He was just fucking filthy rich. Fucking idiot.
Are a big piece of it or not, they want some of it, all right? And I get that. And I should have sat down with everyone who was involved with all the projects that I did over the years ahead of time and said, listen, if we're going to work on this together and it becomes profitable, here's how we'll all split the profits. But I didn't do that. I assumed that because we were all friends, we'd be able to work it out, and it didn't work out like that. That sucks.
Wow.
It sucks that I lost those friendships because of bullshit behind the scenes that I was never notified of until I'd already moved across the country. But that's life, I guess, you know?
Yeah, okay.
So that being said, that's one of the things, definitely. I mean, I would have told myself, any relationship with your friends, you're going to bring them into business, you must hash it out ahead of time or things will go south. I obviously would have told myself to just mellow out and not be as uptight and defensive as I have been over the years. As I've already said this publicly before, but I do feel that my initial reaction to when people were doing things like this is how you don't play videos and stuff like that really hurt me, because back then I didn't understand that a lot of it was meant to just be silly and be fun.
Oh, here we go with this. Yeah, he went from like, oh, well, I wish I wasn't so fucking angry at This Is How You Don't Play. He's still fucking shitty at This Is How You Don't Play, but now he's fucking salty when people criticize This Is How You Don't Plays that he uploads. Isn't that kind of funny? He went from calling people who made This Is How You Don't Plays mentally ill. Now he's telling people that who criticize This Is How You Don't Play It are mentally ill. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how that worked? He went from saying, This Is How You Don't Play is killing me, dude. It's like, if you did This Is How You Don't Play, yes, you wanted me to die. You killed me. Remember that fucking shit? Yeah, I fucking remember that fucking shit. Everyone remembers that fucking shit. He calls people who make This Is How You Don't Play mentally ill. And now he's telling people who disagree with the ones that he uploads that they're mentally ill for not liking it. But he didn't like, oh my god, the hypocrisy is astounding. It blew my mind that he was able to say, seriously, in a fucking pre-stream, that he thinks people who disliked his This Is How You Don't Play Resident Evil 7 are mentally ill. It blew my mind that he fucking said that. I mean, maybe not word for word, but he insulted their mental stability. People who didn't like his video that he uploaded, This Is How You Don't Play, but then he called people who made those videos no life, mentally ill people. Yeah, okay, I mean...
Versus now, a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are malicious and evil and just fucking trying to rip me a new asshole. And
oh yeah, they're all malicious and evil, and they're out to get him, guys. No, they're not. Well, the good ones are. I mean, yeah, there are some shitty ones, and I don't like most of them anymore. I mean, This Is How You Don't Play have kind of like fallen off the face of the earth almost. I mean, they're not that popular anymore. They kind of
horrible person, so that no one will ever go to my YouTube channels and watch my content ever. But back then, they weren't necessarily that.
But he claims that people are watching his videos because of... Okay.
Or even like that whatsoever.
Alright.
I almost wish that I had known what they were. Because again, I don't really watch the videos. And This Is How You Don't Play videos, I maybe watched snippets or parts of them. Never watched the things in their entirety. And because of that, what people told me about them ended up...
Then how does he know that the new ones are bad? Are evil and malicious if he doesn't watch them? What? Oh, and then here he's going off like, well, I'm going off what people told me. Well, maybe what people told you is fucking wrong.
What I thought was a fact about them, when in reality that wasn't really what was a fact about a lot of them. I kind of wish I had reached out.
So then, what's your excuse now? Oh my god, fucking stop.
To these people and had conversations with them about it and said, that's kind of funny. I'd like to actually, you know, laugh and joke with you about it. Maybe let's collaborate maybe on something and do something silly together, right? Rather than, yeah, oh, I'm so angry that people stole my videos and made a hateful video about me against my will. Instead, if I had been more open-minded.
Fucking backpedaling nonsense here.
Like I have been. I mean, let's give you a perfect example. Last year, my incident, right? My accident. We all know what I'm talking about, you know? When it happened, if I'd reacted, oh, fuck everyone, you're all dicks for making fun of me, and...
When it happened, he tried to pass it off that he was doing something with his leg. I think he even banned someone for saying, oh man, he jerked off on stream. The moment it happened, not like a day after or something, but he fucking hated that someone said that he jerked off on stream when it happened. But now, oh, it's so funny. Hilarious. Okay.
Probably would have been the end of me on YouTube, but instead I reacted in a way, you know what, it happened, you're right, let's all laugh together. People made fucking memes about it. I loved them.
No, you fapping on fucking stream would not end your career. It wouldn't. What ends your career is what's going on right now.
Tweeted them. I made them my goddamn profile on places. It was a lot of fun. I rolled with it, and because of that, it didn't negative.
He rolled with it in the sense that he killed the fucking joke to oblivion. He fucking killed it. Like, at first I was like, oh man, it's funny. Oh, Phil's participating with that. Oh man, I even gave him credit for that. Like, I was like, oh man, at least he's like, you know, going with it. And then it just got to the point where it was just annoying and disturbing that how far he was going with it. Like, it was almost just like, you fucking get it, Phil. You jerked off on stream. Are you... Like, it almost felt as if he was proud of it.
Really affect me at all. In fact, if anything, I had a little bit of a splur. Oh, God, I said... Oh, didn't mean to say it that way. I had an increase... I had a temporary increase in popularity for a little while there because people saw that I took it so well and like, damn, that's a guy who knows how to roll with a punch, right? If I had done that back when This Is How You Don't Play started, we could be in a completely different...
Yeah, they would say that about that, and then like later on, they would see how much of an asshole he really is, so...
situation that we are right now, the problem is you can't foresee that. You can't go back. You can't change time. You can't change the past. you
Can't
know.
change.
And that sucks. Anything else?
Um,
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I really am. Shit, I mean, I probably would have warned myself to be a hell of a lot more careful when it comes to fan art and stuff like that, because that's what led to me getting struck with all those false copyright strikes that destroyed my business, honestly, and that's why I'm in the financial situation I'm in right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's because of the copyright strikes. Okay.
Honest truth with you, that is why. Yeah, I would have maybe continued to see a gradual, slow decline in my income if I hadn't changed and improved and done stuff. But that hit that I took in 2015 has permanently fucked over DSP Gaming. That channel literally is doing half as good as it did 2 years ago because of the false copyright strikes. It's bullshit. That's probably the thing. So to recap, I'd probably say, number one, if I could call myself 5 years in the past, don't spend money on stupid shit like collectibles and stuff. It's not going to pan out. It's a waste of time. Be careful when you involve your friends in your business. Hash stuff out ahead of time to avoid situations like the screw attack situation, and then incidentally the situation I found myself ended up being in years later. Roll with the punches when it comes to people doing stuff like making fun of you and stuff like that. Laugh with it rather than get angry at it, and things will turn out a lot better, right? And be super careful with who you trust. There you go. Those are the 4 things I probably would have told past me. All right. One more. Let's do one more quick question, then I'll take a break, and then we'll do one more part to finish the show, okay? So final question.
Well, let's look at the final question, dude. What is the first anime I remember watching? Anything good to recommend to people new to anime? I mean, I kind of want to say Dragon Ball Z or Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon mostly because my brother watched that show and he liked it. It had a charm to it, to be honest. I'm not gonna slam that show. I can at least see why people liked it, but first I would say the Tenchi series when it was on Toonami, like Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Tokyo, Tenchi Universe. I like Tenchi Universe a lot more. I think Tenchi Universe is the best one of that series. So there's that. So yeah, I think it's a Tenchi series. I'll have to go with. Anything good to recommend to people new to anime? Anything new or no, anything good? So let's see. Oh, Cowboy Bebop. That is the best one, I would say, to look at. That one, start with the classics. You gotta start with the classics. Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy I would recommend as well. Space Dandy is pretty good. I used to hate that show. I thought I was gonna hate that show, but it grew on me. Gurren Lagann, I kinda would recommend it. Fully Cooley, they like goofy stuff. They like kind of non sequiturs, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my opinion at least. So
In here, this one is from. Oh, it's another question. No, no, it's not. Oh, never mind. Here it is. This one is from Pocho Max, and he says, "What is the first anime that you remember watching? Have there been any shows or movies you've seen in your lifetime that you think you're good enough to recommend to people new to anime?" The first anime I ever watched was Sailor Moon. The only reason it's the first anime I ever watched because it was the first one that was ever on United States broadcast.
Wow, even he watched Sailor Moon, dude. Wow. But Sailor Moon wasn't the first. It was part of the first. I mean, they had Dragon Ball Z. They had Tenchi. No, actually no, because I was born in 1990, so I might have been in a different kind of environment because Phil is like 80s, 70s. I don't fucking know.
Television in the morning. They put it in a time slot normally when a children's cartoon would be on. I was like, what the shit is this? And then I think after that it was original Dragon Ball followed by Dragon Ball Z. Again, same reasonings, because it was put on as a broadcast cartoon in the mornings. I believe this was when I was in late elementary school to early high school. I'm trying to remember at what point it became mainstream. Because honestly, anime did not become mainstream in the United States till the late 90s, when they started to really bring it over in droves on VHS tape, and then DVDs, when DVDs became prominent. And quite honestly, it didn't hit its stride until Cartoon Network started doing anime. They had blocks of anime in the afternoon when kids were coming home from school. You'd come home to see the new episode of Dragon Ball Z, which is hilarious because the show's like 10, 15 years old. But people were rushing home to see a new episode of Dragon Ball Z that's ancient, just because it's dubbed in English, basically. Dragon Ball Z is when it got big for people in America. And for me in particular, that's when I first got my first major exposure to anime. I started watching things like, off the internet, whatever I could absorb off the internet that was anime. And then, of course, when Adult Swim started, you had shows like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that, Trigun, that I started to watch, and that was kind of my major exposure. I can't really answer the second half of the question. What's a good anime for a newcomer to jump in? Listen, out of all the people who watch anime, I'm probably in the vast minority. I don't know.
He can't just pick a show that he watched that he enjoyed. I mean, anime is not this fucking taboo, obscure, odd fucking shit. It's not like you're gonna tell people, oh, you should watch Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is good anime for beginners. No. If they fucking watch Kill la Kill as their first fucking anime, they're gonna... No.
Much at all compared to others, so I am not an informed person to ask a question like that, okay?
Come on.
Alright, that's it for part 2 of Ask the King. When I come back, the final forum questions...
Wow, that's the answer. Wow, amazing. Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording. See you guys in the next part.